Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Asmin Bimbe Sumukam Mahaganapatim Dhyayami. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
In the serenity of the Shiva temple at Sydney's Minto, Pandit Ramachandratreya performs a Ganapati Puja, a ceremony worshipping the elephant-headed god in Hinduism. His prayers are in a sacred language, the language of the gods, Sanskrit.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Muke Achamaniyatrayam Samatpaya.
Sanskrit is the Deva Bhasha because it is the language of the deities. That is why it is called Deva Bhasha. And when you address them in Sanskrit.
As home to one of the oldest civilizations in the world, India embraces different cultures, religions and languages. Among the 22 official languages and over 1,000 other spoken ones, Sanskrit is the most ancient. It is the primary sacred language of Hinduism, the dominant religion in the country.
As far as this, Sanskrit is concerned, or the Devanagari is concerned, we say apaurisham. That means it is beyond the comprehension of the human. And the age is not been possible to do accurately. But for the modern day purpose, they have put the Vedic age.
The earliest known Sanskrit texts are the religious texts of the Rig Veda, which many historians believe were composed before 1500 BC. The basic scriptures of Hinduism and the major epics of ancient India are also in Sanskrit. But today, in a country of nearly 1.3 billion people, this language is spoken by less than 15,000, according to the national census. Though these figures are disputed by Sanskrit scholars and academics, many feel that much more has to be done to preserve this language. Almost 10,000 kilometers away from India, a group of young kids with Indian heritage gather at a public school in the western Sydney suburb of Liverpool. On this quiet and sunny afternoon, they are here to learn the language of their cultural heritage. 10 years ago, Dr. Meenakshi Srinivas committed to reviving the Sanskrit language here in Australia. She founded the Sydney Sanskrit School, and today the school has over 200 students eager to learn a language that is rarely spoken in everyday conversation. It is perhaps the first community-run Sanskrit school outside India.
Main intention of establishing Sanskrit school in Australia is here we have a vast, big Hindu migrant community. We want to keep our culture, civilization, language alive. So if you learn this particular language, that is Sanskrit, you can learn most of the other languages of the world.
Dr. Mark Allen, head of the Indian Studies at University of Sydney, has done research on Sanskrit and closely related languages like Pali and Gandhari.
It is a very important representative of the Indo-European languages, so one of the most ancient representatives of that language group. So it's very important for the study of the development of major language groups in the world, important for the study on basis for much Indian culture.
Every weekend, the classes at Sydney Sanskrit School start with Sanskrit prayers. This class includes students aged 4 to 15. After the prayers, students head to the groups they are assigned to according to their language level. The junior students start with learning letters in the Devanagari script.
Ishwar is in Hindi. And it's in Sanskritam? Oh, perfect. High five. Okay.
It's really confusing at first, and then once you start doing it, it gets interesting, and then it gets easier.
I've got a best friend Zen, and we're attempting to use that as our secret language as well.
That helped me understand English because it's through studying Sanskrit that you learn about English grammar.
Learning Sanskrit is no easy task. It is a highly inflected language with a complex grammatical structure. So teachers in this school are always thinking of creative ways to teach this language.
The song is, it's just taking us to the different actions in the cricket field from the perspective of different players.
Senior students learn more spoken Sanskrit. They are rehearsing a play for the annual celebrations. Vikram Sundar plays a major role in this drama. Vikram is a senior student. He is 14 and has been learning Sanskrit for half of his life now.
We learn Sanskrit by learning rhymes, so it's pretty easy to learn vocabulary and things, but like once you get to like the later stages, you learn how there's different genders and different versions of the one word, and it gets a bit harder.
Back at home, Vikram has to finish his homework and practice for the play. When he's done with that, he helps his younger sister understand the language and its cultural roots. Vikram finds ways to use Sanskrit at home and outside.
I won all these trophies from Sanskrit Bhagavad Gita competition and Subhashritam competition.
His parents also try to converse with him in Sanskrit.
I always wanted to learn Sanskrit at my young age, but I didn't have the resources back in India. But here we have this Sanskrit school. So I want my son to learn about our heritage.
Sydney Sanskrit School now runs classes in 3 locations. Here at Darcy Road Public School in Wentworthville, another group of students gather and are ready to start their class.
Some people travel about 30-40 kilometers to come to the school on weekends. We have a couple of children coming from Wollongong and somebody coming from the northern beaches. And there's a demand to have this Sanskrit be taught in other areas, even in Brisbane and Melbourne. But our thing is right now, we are still in the growing stage.
With this many youngsters showing interest in the language, Dr. Meenakshi Srinivas is confident that Sanskrit is not dying.
Sanskrit is like a mother root. Mother root cannot die. You may think that this tree has died here, but the mother root is so strong it will come up in somewhere.
Most of these students are Aussies with Indian heritage. They want to make the best of both worlds. In one of their grammar camps, they come up with a Sanskrit translation of the Australian national anthem.